Hey y'all, I'm Pam with 44 Marketplace. And if today's your first visit to my channel, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. Please take a minute to subscribe and click the bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. And keep in mind, I try to put a material list in the comments below each one of the videos. If I missed something, please let me know. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to tilt you down so you can see what we're doing today. This is a piece that we started working on my 44 Market page the other day, and I hope I've got enough light. I'm going to move you in close so you can see what we're doing. But what I did was I'm going to zip you right up here close, because it's about seeing what I'm doing. All right, what we did was we took two colors of Dixie Belle paint and mixed it with Dixie Belle Sea Spray, and we put it on the top of here, and we used our spackling knife to kind of swish it around and give it a Venetian plaster texture. And today what we're going to do is we're going to add some glam to it and a little bit of black wax. We're going to use Prima Wax in Diamond Dust and black wax to kind of emphasize what we got going on. You guys let me know where you're watching from, and if you have questions, I'll grab those after we get this done. All right, so as you can see, it kind of gives the piece a little bit, we basically retexturized the whole top of the piece, and I've taken my black wax and I've gone over it. It doesn't look like it would be nice and smooth, but it's actually almost completely smooth. And what we've done, I'm going to spin you around so you can see all of it. What we've done is I've just got a little bit of black wax on here, and I'm going over just to catch a little bit of this texture, so that as you go over it, it catches on the texture and it leaves a little bit. Little bit of black wax, not much. Now we're going to take our diamond dust, which is amazeballs, I have to tell you, and you're going to just give it butterfly kisses, okay? Just real light butterfly kisses. Oop. And you're going to just highlight some of this, because you want this to almost have a faux marble effect when you're all said and done. And we're going to go back over this with our cloth as soon as we get enough on here. But this diamond dust gives it almost a little bit of an iridescent kind of gold, almost a wedding bells kind of color. And you can do it in circles, you can do it whichever way you like the best. I like to do it wherever it catches the texture the best, because I really want this to have a lot of it. And see, I don't know, can you guys see well? I hope so. A lot of it, you can see it just catches a little bit, and like I say, it's almost completely smooth when you rub your hand across the top of it, but there's enough of the texture that it catches a little bit of this wax, and it gives you a different top. I didn't want to go back over this top. I didn't want to sand it, even though I've got my fabulous sander from Surf Prep. I didn't want to sand it. I really wanted it to have a different look altogether, because, you know, it's easy to just sand and stain, and that's what I started to do. But I decided I really wanted something that has a little bit different look to it, and that is my goal. Now, I'm using one of the new Prima brushes because they're a little bit bigger and they're great for what we're doing here. If you get too much wax on, you can wipe it all back off, but I'll tell you, I really want this top to have some glam to it, so I am going a little crazy with it. And I also have my dark wax, so I can go back over it, or you can just wipe it back like that, and there it goes. Just whatever you want to do. And I really want my top to have a little bit of a shimmer, kind of an all-over shimmer. And I'm just getting a little on my brush at a time and going back and forth and back and forth. And you put as much or as little as you like. Over here, there's a little bit more texture near this corner, and it is a great place to add a little bit of extra wax, because it really gives it a great look. And now I've actually done both of the sides as well as the top, so everything has a little bit of extra texture. And I actually did a live while I was doing this the other night. So if you go to 44 Marketplace, you can see how we laid down all of our texture to basically retexturize the whole top of this piece. All right, so now that we've done that, we're gonna add a little bit of Shiny Star from Prima, just to give it a little bit more of a shimmer and a shine. I want just a little touch of this silver in there, just to kind of soften the gold up and to add a little bit more shine to it. Now in this case, I'm using just a little chip brush. And I don't know if you guys have tried the Prima Waxes, but they have a lot of pigment and they are great for what we're doing. We're adding just a little bit of silver along with our diamond dust, because our diamond dust is really the star in this. And the diamond dust shows up more on the French linen mixed with the coffee bean than it does on the sawmill gravy, but we love them both, you know? All right. Now I don't like that right there, so we're gonna, there's our sanding spray. There we go. Now, much better. There we go, much better. And as you saw, if you get a little bit too much, this is Dixie Belle Sea Spray. It just sands right back to where you want it to be. All right, and now this one has the Dixie Belle Dark Wax on it. And what I'm doing is I'm just rubbing it lightly over this so that it catches just a little bit of the texture. I want you to see, as you rub it over it, see it actually emphasizes the texture that you've got. And a lot of people, I think they think of sea spray as only having a certain kind of texture, and it's really great if you use this to show that you can have like a Venetian plaster kind of texture. It's really a great look, and yet it's almost completely smooth. Can you guys see how great that is? And yet it doesn't matter that you've retexturized the top of it. Now that we've got that done, we're going to go back in with our diamond dust. And like I say, it's almost like butterfly kisses. You just want it to have a little bit of shimmer and a little bit of shine. And if, like I say, if you get too much, just you can sand it back, you can go over it with your dark wax, whatever you would rather do. I think this is almost like French Country meets glam. I love it. And I'm not really a shimmery, shiny kind of person, but I do love this one. And there's our shiny star to give it a little bit, just a little bit of our shimmer from our shiny star. And we'll go back with our dark wax. This light. All right, I'm gonna shift you guys down. And see, I don't know how well it's showing on the video, but when you go over this, it really just picks up a little bit of the texture and makes it so that it really shows off the amount of texture that you put into this, and you can see all of the different colors that way. And then we're going to go back in with our diamond dust.
All right. So, I don't know how well it's photographing, but it really gives a nice shimmer and a nice look to this top. And if you had seen the top before we started, it was kind of a hot mess of a piece. So it's really great. And this is a 320 grain that I'm using, so it's just enough to kind of smooth out what we're doing and soften the look a little bit in the places that I think there was a little bit more gold than I wanted, a little bit more of the diamond dust. And it just adds a little bit more control to your piece. Like if you have a lot in one area like I do here, you can kind of sand over it and then you still see the gold, but you don't see so much. You can still see the texture through the diamond dust, and that way it's definitely a more organic look, and that's what I'm going for. I really want it to have texture and organic feel, but have a little bit of a gold shimmer, and it's just nice and smooth and soft and everything like you would want the top of a piece of furniture to be. So it's definitely something, if you haven't tried the diamond dust along with the Dixie Belle Sea Spray, you definitely want to try it because it really adds another element to your piece. I mean, it just gives it a little bit. And so you can go over it like this, and you've got it right there. Sand through it a little so your texture shows through. And it just almost gives the feel of an organic piece of stone up here on the top. And if you follow me, you know I love me some organics. Oh, I love me some stone and some brick and stuff like that. It just makes a whole different look to your piece. Rather than, you know, if you've done a lot of stained tops or something and you just want to do something that's a little bit different, this is definitely the way to do it. And it only took me probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes to layer the entire top and the two sides. It does need to dry overnight when you use the sea spray to create a layer over your entire piece. So you do need to allow it to dry overnight just because it is a thicker surface than our paint is. To get it dry through and through, the best thing to do is to allow it to dry overnight. And those of you who follow me know that I started a boot camp today here at 44 Marketplace. And the ladies that are here are having a great time. I showed you some of their before pictures before this live on 44 Marketplace. If you guys follow us this week, you'll get to see the transformation. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to be spraying paint all day tomorrow so that everybody gets all of their pieces painted, and we're going to be using transfers and raised stencils. It is going to be something to see. So if you don't follow 44 Marketplace, make it a point to this week. And I've already posted my 3-day boot camp for February. And as of right now, I think I have 3 spots left because I have 2 ladies that have already sent me their information and they are going to be paying this week. So if you guys are looking for a boot camp, you are welcome to sign up with me for February. All right. So now, I don't know if you guys, I don't know how well it's showing up, but I hope you guys can see how pretty this mixture is for the top of this piece. It really gives it a very neat, organic kind of look. It's a nice, smooth finish for your top. And then once all of this dries up, I will top coat over it. So, if you guys don't have questions, I wanted you to see what we've been doing because it is a fun finish. It's a great way to retexturize a top that has issues, especially if you have something that has you know, if it's got some water damage to it or something like that, this is a great way to give something in that field, give it something else, give it a different look. It is a great way to do that. And you know me, I'll be spraying a top coat on this thing before you know it. And then that way you guys can see what it looks like as a finished piece. So thanks for tuning in tonight. I hope you have learned something about using sea spray as a top coat. And I hope you guys have a great evening. See you later.